Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another weekend edition here of the Sparkling Tuna Cup, the STC week number 128, your weekly dose of Tuna Cup action. Let's go, baby, let's go. I'm of course SI VIP with you, and joined by these amazing players and by the people in the chat as well. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to something a little bit different here, to something special. Welcome to the TLMC 22 edition of Sparkling Tuna Cup. Let's go, baby, let's go. We're here. We have some brand new maps, some brand new styles here going to be showcased, some brand new styles, some brand new maps. We'll be getting into it once we jump into our first series. Let us go. Spawning in the top right hand corner of Blackrock, we have the TLMC 22 Blackrock. We have the orange Terran player. We have the South Korean Terran representing Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. He's cooked, Bappy is cooked. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the TLZ player himself representing Hokagu T Team. It is Mew. This is nuts, KSL. Un momento. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now open. Place your bets. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we delve into our as we jump into our TvZ, as we jump into our initial matchup of the broadcast. Let's go! Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look through yourselves. Again, the bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, and we do have a brand new fresh map pool. Let's go. Again, we have a completely fresh map pool. We have 9 fresh maps here, all from the TLMC 22. Bearing in mind the voting isn't open yet, voting will soon be open, and our goal here is to bring you as many games on these maps as possible to get as much data and as much information as possible before you go into voting. Before you vote for these maps, let's go. Meanwhile, welcome to Blackrock. Blackrock again is a bit of a larger map in the map pool, has an open natural, has relatively defendable main base, but more importantly, does have an open third expansion. We have a very open third base here on the right hand side, a relatively open third base here on the left hand side as well, but the rocks can be knocked down. We can knock down the black rocks, if you will, knock them down, wall this area off, and make this area more defendable. Likewise, there are also some tall grass. There's a lot of actually tall terrain here, kind of obscuring vision, obscuring kind of any kind of line of sight, and that can impact main pushes as well. Bear that in mind. Curious to see more games on Blackrock. Let's go. Did rate this map quite highly. Of course, it does have its own unique aesthetic here, the Warcraft 3 aesthetic, with all the orcs, of course, with all of the towers made as well. These are custom towers, as you can see. They've been hastily put together. We even have a lovely orc grunt scouting across the map. Let's go. Also, of course, a shout out to Monster Energy, a shout out to Monster, a shout out to Shopify as well, for, of course, not just for sponsoring the event, for allowing for the TLMC to occur, as we do have HonMonO opening up with a 1 base all in, double gas opener, double gas 111 out of HonMonO, no expansion. He's gonna clan it up as he does hunt down the Overlord. Does hunt him down. From here, HonMonO building up to his Widow Mines, and again, getting ready for a 1 base all-in. HonMonO probably isn't the best player to cast when it comes to showcasing new maps, just because he's going to all-in every game, so these are going to be really short games, really short matches, actually going 1-1-1 into 1 base BC. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Hatchgas Pool standard open at Amir. He is building up into his own mid-game, or at least trying to build up into his early game, I should say, but so far has no vision, no scouting. Their first Overlord to get sniped, second Overlord is now coming in, and we need to scout what's going on, otherwise the game may just end to battle cruisers. Oh boy. Not like this, Bappy, not like this. As here we go, we have our initial move out, Marines and the Widow Mine as well. Very delayed CC here for HonMonO. There's the add-on swap into VC production. Overlord does get a full scout of the main, does confirm the 1-1-1, does confirm the very late expansion, the tech lab on the starport. This looks like at least Banshee, potentially BC. It looks like one or the other, at least Mew knows, and we should respond with more Queens and Spore Crawlers. So Mew, he has a piece of the puzzle. He's got a piece of the puzzle. He's somewhat aware of what's going on. Somewhat. So I just updated the title over on YouTube. Okay, beautiful. Right, there we go. Just updating. Oh, as the queen does get shut down. Nice snipe. Brings down a queen, losing only one marine. Does pull away, and here comes said battle cruisers. And do you see what I see? I see no spores. Yeah, no spores are being thrown down. Minimal queen production as well. It looks like even though Miyu scouted what he needed to recognize something was wrong, he's not reacting to the scout. He's not reacting to the tech lab. He's not reacting. We only have how many? 6 queens. That is not enough. Yeah, 6 queens. That is not going to be enough here. Widowmine moves in. Can we get another queen? Ooh, queen gets low, and the BC should target it down. That's the high NG queen as well, which means no transfuse. Yeah, no transfuse. Queen goes down. There's 5 queens left. Down to 5. Down to 4. Soon to be 3, 2, then 0, and then, I mean, that's it. As I mentioned before, Miyu, he did scout. He should have recognized what he had seen, of course, to throw down some safety spores. 0 spores means every queen will go down. Every queen falls. Now, this does at least buy some time for the spores to finish up in the natural. As you can see here, spore is done in the natural. We also have a spore in the main, also on the way, but there's only 1 queen. Only 1 queen, and this overlord, sorry, this BC will just get free damage here. Sniping overlords, bases, drones, denied mining, and we're not done. We have another BC on the way. We have more battle cruisers on the way, and we have Yamato as well. Oh, he wants the queen. Remember, there's no chance to use. Oh no, the queen goes down. Oh, God. Brings down another queen, and another. That is 8 queens being killed. 8 queens have gone down. Did I say 8 queens? Getting up to 9. 9 queen kills. And that was all with 1 BC, by the way. And now we have 2. Now we have a second battle cruiser. Yamato's halfway done. Scans for some reason. I just looking for a queen, I would imagine. Speaking of, Lair is done. Spire is on the way. That is an ambitious Spire. Very ambitious. As the high health BC could just chase. He could just dive in. Oh no, the queen. Yeah, queen goes down. Main base as well. Again, the Spire won't finish in time. Corruptors will not pop out. Back at home, HonMonO is just chilling, throwing down extra factories, going into a BC, sorry, going into a mech transition. Switching to mech. 3rd CC's on the way. Ooh, as the spore did fall. Ah, no, the mule! The double muta repair. Oh my god. And PC has to calm down. There's your repair. Helps up of the BC. Main base at full. Thankfully, the lair was here at the natural, not the main. So the lair is a little bit safer. But again, how many queens we have? 0. 0 queens. We have 3 corruptors in production. And the issue, of course, being that at this point, the end all be all is not BC. Like, HonMonO, he's on 2 base saturation, is switching into Battle Mech, into Cyclone production. These BCs are merely only the first phase. There's more to come. There's much more to come here. Catching out overlords. Throwing down turrets to support. Oof. Catching out of the corruptor. And again, ever since the first BC arrived, there's just been no answer here. There's been no a very slim chance, very slim hope for Miyu. What can he do, Bobby? What can he do? Bleed out more queens. Yeah, bleeding out more queens, bleeding out more corruptors. Remember, behind this, we are switching into Battle Mech. And Miyu back at home doesn't really have much going on. A low drone count, 0 queens, bases are lacking. Tech is all over the place. And we have 4 battle cruisers. 4 battle cruisers. I mean, I'm hyping up the potential of battle mech, of course, but honestly, the BCs themselves, they might just end the game. They can move in, they can Yamato 1 corruptor each, and then there'd just be 2 corruptors left. Like that. So battle cruisers, they will win head on. And we're actually throwing. Wait, nah, he drops into the main. No shot. He's gonna teleport. Yeah, he's gonna teleport across the map. Here they come. Oof. Yeah, here come the BCs. Pushing forward with more turrets. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. Ah, no. mind he has those Yamatos. Speaking of, yep, there we go. 5 BCs, 5 Yamatos. Here they come. 1, 2. Mass repair. Jesus. That singular drop full of SCVs was brutal. Just even as repairs is insane. He pulls back to the turrets, punching the corruptors. They just cannot engage. They cannot move in. We're still holding on to more Yamatos, by the way. There they come. Down to 5. Down to 5 corruptors. Back at home, HonMonO is just chilling, slowly incorporating his cyclones. I do think that it could have been more assertive earlier to deal more critical economic damage. It's been very lax with his BCs. Even here he has Yamatos available. Just have them if you wanted to. Picks in. Yamato on the lair, sure, I guess. Oh my god, it does bring it down. It brings down the lair. Cannot commit in. We can see Miyu at 10 meter mass expand, but the drone count is still very low. Very low drone count. Only 67. It's one of those things where at this point there's no reason for me to try to engage with this. Like this is now no longer threatening expansion. We're better off like just backing off and securing some of our other bases, droning from here, saturating. Because HonMonO has been so lax, like there have been opportunities here for Miyu to potentially recover, but the lack of workers does quite limit the options here for Miyu. Very limited. Roaches are moving in, they're trying to clear out these turrets. Oh god, oh god. It's not pretty, papi. Oh, we're taking the expansion, sure. Hey, they get 1 BC. How much did it take? So 1 BC went down for 14 corruptors and 22 queens. That's crazy. But he got 1 BC, now he gets 2. Gets 1, 2, 3. Finally all the BC's gonna be cleaned up. There we go, they teleport away. But here comes the battle mech. The Cyclowns, papi, they've arrived. Ah, no. There's no door, there's no escape. Middle line gets called out. We get some okay pickles here, catching out a couple of cyclones at least. As we have more cyclones working up on the left hand side, again just going for a split push, crippling the economy, late reaction see by Miyu. And HonMonO is about to max out. He's about to max out. Yo, we have like a little bison. Ah. HonMonO is moving out. Additional cyclones on the way. To cancel. Yo, keep your eyes out for some moopies. There's got to be some moopies about here somewhere. There just has to be. Oh, No, nothing over here. As he's trying his best here to hold on, to maintain, and to try to keep up with these armies, but the reality is just the numbers, right? The numbers are working in HonMonO's favor. Just with a stronger economy, with a higher base count, with a stronger start to the game, of course. And that has led into this. As BCs they push forward, GG gets called, and HonMonO takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG will play it again. Winding it back, how did this game begin? HonMonO, he went for a double gas opener, double gas into a 1-1-1 on one base before the CC, so hyper aggression out of HonMonO going into one base BC. Meanwhile, we spoke about this, but Miu, he scouted. He went with the Overlord, he did scout to the main base, he did see the tech up on the starport, but he didn't react. So he had the information he needed, but he didn't quite react in the correct way. Upon seeing the tech up on the starport, he should know it's either going to be battle cruisers or banshees, one or the other. He did not see the fusion core, so he would know it's, again, basically should know that it's going to be some air-based aggression, air-based harassment. Despite that, no spores. No spores. Were only 5 queens, so very low queen count. No spores either. Minimal, if not just no reaction to the scouting there from Mio, and he got punished for it. Did get punished. GG well played. With that, we're going to be loading into game 2. Going to be loading into lockdown. Let's go. Let us go. There we go. BC plus towers is equally cool and lame at the same time. It was very impressive. Very, very impressive. Getting turrets in the main. Aye. HonMonO, he was having fun. Bad smooch. But here we go. We're getting into game 2 and spawning in the top right hand corner of lockdown. We have the orange Terran player. We have the South Korean Terran representing Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. Bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Teal Zerg player. The Teal Zerg player himself, representing Hokkaido T-Team. It is Miu. Here we go. From here, welcome on to Lockdown. Lockdown is another one of these interesting maps in the map pool. It's a little bit of a larger map, longer rushes by ground, but we're going for the proxy. Okay, so again, one base all-ins out of HonMonO. This time we see no gases. No gases back at home. Raxes are being thrown down. There is 1 Rax, there's a second SCV, and there is a third SCV. So it should be a 3 Rax bunker rush from HonMonO as 0 gases are taken. So there's no threat of Reapers, there's no threat of Marauders, or Concussive Shell, or Stim, or Factory, anything of that nature. Purely Raxes, Marines, and bunkers. Let's go. Now, bearing in mind that Miu does have the high ground advantage here, there is high ground coming into lockdown, so you have that as a greater defender's advantage. Overlord does move in position, does scout, does confirm, not bad. Miu, he will confirm the all-in. Let's go. So he's going to be aware. Now, it is a proxy 3 racks, not 2 racks, so we should be seeing ideally a more defensive response here, a more reserved response. I mean, there are different ways to approach this, but one common way is to throw down a couple of spine crawlers to try to maintain defense here at the natural. Don't overextend, don't chase too far, don't lose too many workers to the Marines. Just buy time for your own defensive setup, building up your queens, lings, and spine crawlers. There are others that do respond with their own counter all-in, and we do see a second gas. That's indeed of roaches, and there it is. Roach Horn is thrown down. So Miu looks like he's giving up on the natural. He's just going to give up on the natural base, takes a second gas geyser, goes to the Roach Horn, and is going for his own 1 base all-in. The goal here for me was to not just defend, but breakouts, and counterattack. Oh boy. And we'll see if he can. Gas is not being taken. Again, HonMonO, he's working on that transition. He can either throw down a factory back at home or throw down add-ons across the map. As again, the natural should fall. There should be no saving it. As we are amassing additional roaches. 6 roaches on the way. Going for a lair. Okay, interesting. With the lair, we can go for a Nidus. We can make Trouble Lords, I suppose. Meanwhile, we have one base Ghost. Okay. I was curious if he transitions into the factory, but no factory. Instead, Tech Labs into Ghost Academy into Proxy Ghost. Oh boy. Meanwhile, the natural is fallen. We're morphing in Ravagers, going to try to break out. Spine is in position. As the first bunker should fall. Down goes the first bunker. Getting ready for the next. Doesn't quite burst it down. That first ghost is on the way. The punish is a little bit more brutal now that there are marauders, and the first ghost has now arrived. Mew going to be forced back, going for that Nidus all in. There's that Overlord moving forward. Scan reveals Nidus Worm. HonMonO, he knows. HonMonO is aware. There it is, Nidus Worm into the main. Boys are being pulled. I believe the damage output of the boys shouldn't be enough to deny this. Yeah, the Nidus Worm is going to finish at HonMonO. He's racing back home. Okay. He's racing back. Nice finishes. Ravagers are going to get surrounded. No, not quite. Not bad. You know, 2 SCVs going for the depots. Again, HonMonO is racing back home. Bearing in mind that Mew, he can just leave. Well, the snipes though. Oh my god. Oh, the snipes are popping up. Expensive losses. And 9 SCV kills. 3 Ravagers to escape. To make it out. I mean, that was crippling damage. 9 SCVs. That's not insignificant. Mew, he can now re-expand. Building up his Roach Ravager. A lot of it comes down to the main attack. The main assault. Can he hold on? Spine Crawler can move down to low ground. There's going to be 3 queens, and it looks like there might be 1 transfuse in time. Yeah. Actually, there might be 2. Where, yeah, now there's a second transfuse. Some Roach Ravager. High ground as well. Can Mew hold? Oh, the snipes! Oh, good. Snipes to catch Ravager. Speaking of, another snipe, another Ravager goes down. Jesus, the snipes are brutal, catching out 2 more queens. And 2 queens and 2 Ravagers. Another snipe goes up. Oh, god, god. Yeah, the Ravagers are just being bullied. And looks like finally 1 ghost goes down, but what was that? 6 Ravagers? And 3 queens? Yeah, and with that, the snipes are too good. The kiting is too good as well. HonMonO, he breaks the main army, breaks into the natural. GG gets called, and HonMonO, he will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the next round. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Those snipes were brutal. Again, Ravagers getting shut down, Queens as well. There's a world where maybe Mew could have held on, but he did need that natural base. He needed Larva. Larva was necessary there to build up his link count, but alas, he was stuck with a handful of Ravagers that were just bullied back by those ghosts. GG. GG, well played. Again, it was a little bit shaky there. There was definitely a chance for Mew to recover in that game. Did some nice damage across the map, but again, that defense back at home was lacking. GG. GG, well played. With that, we are going to be catching up on our bracket. Let's go. Let's catch up on the bracket. Let's figure out where we are and where we are headed.